तू चलता चल तू चलता चल तू चलता चल.
I will tell you a few things which are important for practically all of you. We have some new students who have joined, and also a question comes in the mind of practically maybe all of you that whether can I make it, whatever efforts and all I'm doing, whether I'll get success or not. So this is a major question troubling the minds of people, not only our aspirants of No Frills Academy, but others also who follow our YouTube channel. Today I will tell you narrative stories of three of our students. Long back when I just started No Frills Academy, when hardly anybody knew us, I had one student who joined me. I will not be giving names of these people because it will not be correct because I don't have their approval. Normally, we cover the stories of people once they narrate themselves or we have their approval. So, this was a boy who was from a remote place in Maharashtra. And when he joined me, I found that other than his sociability aspect, everything else was weak. Language was weak, academic ability, I mean everything. Generally, I felt that it should be very, very difficult for this boy to ever make it. Now, this boy was pretty sincere, and we kept working together. And he was in touch with me for about 6, 7 months. Thereafter, we lost touch. And as happens, because nobody is calling me, I tend to forget. The person goes out of my mind. About 1.5 years after he had first spoken to me and joined No Frills Academy, I got a call from him and he told me that he has got recommended for Coast Guards. Medical and all is clear and he'll be joining. So I was, quite pleasantly surprised. And then I asked him how he had gone about things and how he had improved. So the major thing which stood out was obviously when he spoke to me, he was quite a changed person. His language had improved, his confidence level was way higher, and the main thing was that he stuck to what the plan was. He carried on with it, and he had the motivation and the self belief, and that got him results. So he was the first of my students who proved me wrong. Later, I had two more students who proved me wrong. One was a boy from Kolkata, and when he joined me, in his case also, the only thing I said to him was okay was that socially he was okay. लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं करता था, बाकी everything was weak. And he was due to attend his SSB somewhere in 3, 4 months, and I told him, you don't go. It will make no sense. You will be wasting your time. And it was going to be his first attempt. So anyway, and then we continued, and he was very regular in sending me his sentences and all that. And at that time, Bhamini Madam was not there with us. I was alone doing everything. I was correcting his sentences. Sometimes he would write essays. I will send him that. And pretty sincere boy. Once in a while, he used to call me also, discuss his progress and all. अक्सर डांट खाता था बहुत मेरे से वो. So then I got a call from him one day. He said, "Sir, you had told me not to go for SSB, but I went." So I got annoyed. I said, "Why did you go? Why are you wasting your time? You know, you had your first attempt. It would have been successful had you been properly prepared, and you were working sincerely and all that." So I said, "तो screen out ही हो गया होगा, क्या फायदा हुआ?" He said, "No, sir, screen out never. I got screened." Very good, yeah, good. So how did things go? So he was telling me about various things. I said, तुमने obstacle मुश्किल से 5-6 किया होगा, तेरा fitness तो तेरा कुछ है नहीं. He said, नहीं sir, I did all the time. So one was more curious. I said, तेरा result क्या रहा? कहने लगा सर मैं recommend हो गया. So he was, and then once again I went into the details of things with him. And in his case, his motivation to change uplift the life of his family was so strong that he was continuously energized. And the rate of progress which he showed was far more than I had expected. So he was another person who proved me very much wrong. There was another girl from Pune. She was an urbanite. She was a smart, bright girl, academically very good. A lot of things are good. I mean, she was quite fit for selection, except that she was about 20 kgs overweight. And once again, I told her, you can't go for SSB. There's no point. You got to reduce and you have to work systematically to resolve these things. So she started doing all those things which I told, and she was good at her discipline and all that. And once again, without telling me, she went for a SSB in about a couple of months' time. And she rang me up after her SSB. She said, "Sir, thanks a lot for giving me your help, and I got recommended." So I was once again, she was the third person who had proved me wrong. So I started to finding out the details and all that, and there I realized, though she was overweight by she had reduced by 3-4 kgs, but still, I mean, she was physically not up to the mark as far as I was concerned. But her attitude was very solid, and the manner in which she would have done the physical things and all that, that would have shown to the GTO that though she is overweight, but her attitude is so good that she will improve in due course. This girl, of course, could not join because she could not meet the medical criteria in the time given to her and all that. And she was doing good in her work. So she continued working at her place. And we still remain in touch. And she has been doing well for herself. So these are, three stories I just wanted to tell you that, there are guys who have proved me I'm supposed to be an expert. They proved me wrong. So why should you be thinking that you can't make it? Fine. Anyone has got any questions on this aspect which I just covered?
Sir, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Sir, if we think like, yeah, we can make it in time, so should we prepare for a backup, yeah, or we doesn't think about that backup and just focus on?
That backup is always warranted. It is not linked to the thing I was talking about. Because you got to prepare for something, and SSB means nothing. There's no preparation for SSB. So if you are a student, you be a good student. If you are a worker, be a good worker. Or if you're trying to join a job, you prepare for that. And once you're doing that, since you would be utilizing your time well, you would be focused towards a goal. Your chances of selection in SSB will increase.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So my question is, in my second attempt, I went to 20 SSB Bhopal. So there in my interview, after 2-3 ice-breaking question, my IO asked me like, this time how you prepared for your SSB. So I told him the daily routine, whatever I do. So, but sir, I felt like he was expecting something from me. Like he was expecting that I should answer something like I have practiced psych, I have practiced. Like he was not satisfied with my daily routine with what I answered. I felt like that, sir.
Okay. This is a very valid point because people like the one who was interviewing you and so many retired GTOs and interviewing officers and some psychologists, they are the ones who are running these coaching academies. And the methodology of running the coaching academies, you know how they run it. Would be expecting you to be preparing the way he thinks. There's no dichotomy here at all. It also clarifies one thing, that the people who are working in the selection system, they are trained assessors. They can assess people. they are not experts in the field of personality development. And
Yes, sir.
I make it very clear that I guide you people as far as the aspects of personality development are concerned based on the teachings of Stephen Covey. And Stephen Covey's teachings has got nothing to do with the selection system at all. I
Yes,
never
sir.
learned these ideas from the Defense Institute of Psychological Research or the experience I had in the selection system.
Yes, sir.
It is based on the teachings of Stephen Covey and my own experiences of guiding people in various fields.
Yes, sir.
समझा रिशु? तो
हाँ
कनेक्शन है
सर,
ना, उनका आउटलुक फर्क होगा ही.
हाँ सर, वो तो है.
So that's what it is.